WuWa's first anniversary is soon, so why don't we predict what's gonna come up? My name is Juice, and let's get into it. Okay everyone, Wuthering Waves has almost reached 1 year of being out. That is absolutely incredible. Let me just say now that this game has been incredible for the almost year that it's been out. Now, granted, back when we were in 1.0, I thought it was decent, I enjoyed it, but I wasn't crazy about it, I just thought it was fine. But holy, when 2.0 hit, now that changed absolutely everything for me. It turned the game into an absolute masterpiece. It turned it into being, a solid game for me to something absolutely next level, something special. It's lovely to see how much it's evolved since its launch. So in terms of what I think we're gonna get for the anniversary, because I was thinking about this, I was wondering, what is Kuro gonna give us for the first anniversary? Because I don't know what to expect. I've been hearing all sorts of things from people. Everyone is really enthusiastic about this upcoming anniversary, and reasonably so, since Kuro has been on record of being quite generous, honestly. Anytime they've given out free rewards, they tend to be quite large in number, very useful. And they also gave us a free standard 5-star selector back when the game first launched due to its really buggy launch, which, let me just say, I have a pretty decent computer, and even my PC could not run the game day one. It is lovely to see how optimized it has gotten since then. So, as for my predictions, in terms of how many pulls we're gonna get, I was thinking it over, I'm not too sure, but I'm gonna make an assumption of about 50 to 60. Maybe that's highballing a little bit, but I don't know. I feel like Kuro has gone on record being very, very generous for quite a long time, so I think that checks out. I've also heard a lot of talk of people thinking we might get a free 5-star. Honestly, I think that's plausible. I'm not gonna count on it. I'm not gonna sit here with bated breath hoping for a free 5-star. Now, would it be great? Absolutely, I would love to see that happen, but I'm not expecting it. However, I do think it's realistic, and I can understand why someone would think that. And here's the especially exciting thing. I think that if they did give out a free 5-star around this time, it would most likely be a limited 5-star. And I say this because the standard selector that was sent out due to the game's poor launch date is ending soon. That's right, that selector was set to last for a full year, which back then seemed like a whole lot of time, but hey, here we are now, almost a year into Wuthering Waves. So because that's expiring soon, I'm assuming that they wouldn't just refresh it. I mean, maybe they would, but I'm not expecting that. I would assume that they would probably give out a limited. Now, which limited? I'm not particularly sure. I've seen some people say they think Shikona could be free. That's plausible. She's coming right after Zani, and Zani, oh boy, she is probably going to make Kuro a whole lot of bank. I know a whole lot of people that are pulling for that character. I honestly would not be surprised if she ranked as one of Wuthering Waves' most popular characters overall. She is definitely going to make Kuro a Kuro billion dollars. So naturally, even with all of the anniversary rewards that we're going to get, there is a high chance that, well, first of all, people are going to blow those all on Zani, and second of all, there's a chance that people aren't going to have anything left over for Shikona, so it's likely that not a lot of people will be able to pull for her. So that train of thought does make sense to me, but on the other hand, Shikona just looks like a really cool character. I'm not sure if they would miss out on the chance to, have her be a proper limited without being free, but I'm not sure. It does seem like good timing. In all fairness, it does seem like good timing. Otherwise, if they were to give out another limited free 5-star, well, either A, they would make it so that we could just choose ourselves who we want. That would be crazy, but I don't think that they would do that. I think the next thing that would happen is that they would give out a free 1.x era 5-star, like Jion, Yinlin, Joja, just a random character that's kind of older. Granted, no character in this game feels truly old yet, because we're only a year in, or almost a year in, I should say. But I just mean units that are older compared to the newer ones. That could also be a possibility. I don't think that they would give out a free Rinascita character. Aside from, of course, potentially Shikona. Now, that aside, I was thinking, what else could they potentially give us? Well, I'm thinking those yellow wave plate boxes, because Kuro just tends to kind of throw those at us just whenever. We get a whole lot of wave plates for free. It's very, very nice. So I'm assuming that during the anniversary, we're probably going to be able to claim like 10 or 20 of those. I don't think any more than that. I don't see why they would bombard us with that much energy at once, but I do think that they're probably going to give out a lot, even if just for the sake of Zani being out, and I'm sure that Kuro knows that everybody's going to be pulling for her, so they're going to want to offer the resources so that people are going to be able to, build her up immediately. Some friends have suggested to me that there's also a possibility that they could just give out a lot of free materials, like talent level up materials, that sort of thing. I mean, in that case, what the heck are we even going to be spending the wave plates on? Echoes, I suppose. I also think that if they remain in the game, they're probably going to give out a whole lot of tuners as well. I'm not exactly sure how many, but I do think that they would dish out a good amount, especially because a lot of people have expressed that they feel like they don't have enough. In terms of other things that could be potentially coming, well, I'm sure that the main version event, I'm assuming it's probably going to be something to do with celebrating. Either it's going to be to do with celebrating some sort of festival, I'm not sure, they'll just make up some arbitrary festival, or it's going to be a very Zani-centric event where we're going to spend a lot of time with Zani. Those are just my guesses. I mean, I'm hoping that we get to spend time with Shakona too, because goodness me, do I love Shakona and Zani a lot. Otherwise, it's pretty much anyone's guess as to what they're going to give us for the anniversary. I mean, I'm guessing we're probably going to get some sort of commemorative item, like a cake, or a banner, or just a key item that's like, oh, it's been a full year, Rover, you know, you've been roving this planet for such a long time, thanks for being here and doing stuff, something like that, just something a little cheesy nice gift. However, I should also point out, we can probably look forward to some other crazy updates that none of us could foresee as of now. I'm just guessing the rewards here. I'm not actually sure what else they could add. Probably some quality of life that people have been asking for, but honestly, I feel very satisfied with all of the quality of life that's currently in place in Wuthering Waves. Genuinely, I'm trying to think right now, what else would I even really want them to add? I'm quite pleased with the quality of life as it currently stands. I mean, the people at Kuro just kind of always happen to have something magical up their sleeves, so I'm just gonna wait, and I'll most likely be very impressed with whatever they come out with. Now, there's been a whole lot of talk about Septimont, and that's apparently a new area. I have no clue if we're gonna get that in 2.3 during the anniversary. I mean, it would make sense, you know, big anniversary patch, Zani is coming out, whole lot of stuff is happening. Maybe they want to make a new area to coincide with all that excitement, but I'm not too sure. I feel like they're probably gonna save Septimont for another main quest. I mean, I'm not sure if we're gonna get another main quest. 2.2 felt pretty conclusive in my opinion, at least conclusive in regards to the plight of Rinasita and all that stuff. Overall, my game plan is to go into this anniversary with relatively measured expectations. Like, don't get me wrong, I would be thrilled if they gave us a free limited 5-star, but I'm gonna keep my expectations measured. I'm not sure what to expect. I have some rough estimations. Perhaps if any of you have played PGR, let me know how those anniversaries tend to go down below, because I have never played PGR, so I'm not sure how Kuro typically handles things, but I do think that a lot of pulls, a lot of free materials, and then a little key item gift. I think that those are for sure guaranteed, with the potential for maybe a new explorable area, but I'm not counting on that. They might want to save that for later on, because I do believe that we still have quite a few Rinasita patch cycles to go. Still, I think that Kuro pulled the right move by saving Zani for the anniversary. What a good time to release her. Everybody is going to have a ton of free rewards to use to pull on her banner, and everyone will have saved up so much. So those of you who saved all this time for Zani and locked in waiting for her, well, you're now going to get rewarded for your patience, because on top of all those pulls you saved, you're going to get all the free anniversary stuff on top of that, and then you'll immediately be able to recuperate whatever you spent. I'm just really hyped for this upcoming anniversary, man. I feel like we have every reason to expect that Kuro is going to blow our minds, because every single new patch livestream that they put out, they end up impressing me in some way, shape, and form. Even when I completely least expect it, they somehow end up blowing my mind by just adding in something that I totally didn't expect them to do whatsoever. We're almost a year in, and I intend to play this game for many more years, especially if Kuro continues to deliver us such amazing, riveting content. I think that there's just a lot of potential here for a really fun, celebratory time. I know that spirits are going to be really high. I mean, shoot, they're already really high, and just everyone's looking forward to this, and it's so nice to see. It's delightful to see, actually. I sure as heck am excited for 2.3, that's for sure. I'm curious to hear, are you going to be pulling for Zani? Are you going to be pulling for Shakona if she doesn't end up being free? What are your personal hopes for the anniversary? And most importantly, are you excited for 2.3? Let me know down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, I have a ZZZ second channel. Head on over and subscribe if you're interested in some fun, silly ZZZ content. As always, I'd like to mention that I stream on Twitch. I stream once a week every week on Saturdays, starting from 3 PM UK time. Come along so that we can play Wuthering Waves, ZZZ, and do some other fun stuff together. Hopefully this video was able to feed you some food for thought in regards to what we might be getting in Wuthering Waves' first anniversary. This has been Juice, signing out. And honestly, this game's existence is the greatest gift of them all.